portion of this, as noted, the state filed its notice of enhanced penalties. In this case, which the jury will have to make the determination whether or not the defendant is a provincial offender. This call is entirely relevant to that because she talks about her prior convictions. The portion that I want to elicit in testimony for during Detective Norris's testimony is a portion of time in which the defendant, there's conversations about what essentially she is facing, but there was a conversation about 15 years, and she says the prosecutor changed their mind and they said no, 25 years. The defendant says, well, if I would have known that, I would have chopped up that motherfucker and spread them all around Florida.
Just focus right now. Why would I let the jury hear that she admits to the crimes?
No, I'm not introducing that portion. Like I said, the only portion that I'm intending to introduce for this portion of the testimony is what I just said. If I knew how much time I was facing, I would have done this. The reason that I want to introduce that is because, number one, it goes directly to her intent and will directly refute the statement that I'm about to introduce as well, that this was a mistake, that this was a misunderstanding, that she was protecting herself. This goes directly to that, and specifically elements 3, I think, of this crime that is a depraved mind act. That goes directly to this.
That's on the jail.
Yes.
Okay, what's your response?
So, Judge, this jail, I don't know exactly when it was, but it's my understanding that it was, what, in the last month?
Last couple weeks.
Last couple weeks. So we've got that, a lot of time has passed. She's talking about what she's facing. So, first of all, this conversation, this very small part of a 15, 20-minute conversation, I would submit that it's far more prejudicial than probative. I don't think it's probative of anything. But if the court were to allow it, then it opens the door for her to explain her state of mind and why she said it. And if you do that, then we're talking about, well, facing life. This other guy got 25 and he was charged with a lot more.
I don't have an objection to that.
Said that in jest, things of that nature. So I think it just opens up. It opens up for a lot of problematic issues.
I don't have an objection to her talking about that. About the time that she's facing and the state of mind in which she said.
You don't have a problem.
I have zero problem.
I have a huge problem with that.
Judge, there's no pending.
When I use the word duty
Yep.
in front of the jury, why did I go through that? And I use that very diplomatic, neutral word instead of prison, minimum mandatories, enhancement.
We talked about that during voir dire, that they would not be a part of the sentencing phase. Your Honor brought it up. I brought it up. I forget the gentleman who mentioned that something about how he would be uncomfortable sitting in judgment of it because he could potentially be taking somebody's life away. And then we discussed that this was not a capital case, that she is not facing the death penalty, etc.
So why would I now allow them to hear what she's potentially facing?
Judge, I'm not making. Nobody has made a motion of limine to limit that portion of this case. Normally, the state brings that up in a motion of limine because it is inflaming the passions of the jury to say, well, this woman's life is in your hand, and if you convict her, she's facing this. I do not have a problem, and I am not making a motion in limine to limit that. I don't think that it would be a compelling closing argument to make, but regardless of that, this call is, number one, a business record. Number two, it is the defendant's statement, so it's not being introduced for the truth of the matter asserted, for a statement by party opponent as well as a business record. So it's admissible as such. And then number two, the reason that it's more probative than prejudicial is because, again, element 3 of this crime is that the defendant committed this act with a depraved mind, which goes directly to this case. The defense's argument, theory of the case, I'm introducing her statement in which she says this is self-defense. Mr. Tomas, during a number of different testimonies, has elicited the testimony, especially with Dr. Mathis, about how the victim was charging at the defendant, screaming at the top of his lungs. I think during opening statement, he said this was a guttural, vicious, almost demonic statement that the victim made, which Ms. Link, in this jail call, in this portion of the jail call, and it's about 30 seconds, says, Well, if I knew how much time I was facing, I would have chopped him up and spread him all around Florida. The reason why that's so important is because she says this was an accident. She didn't mean to do this. This wasn't her intention. This goes directly to that and the depravity of her mind at the point in time that this crime was committed. I have zero problem with Ms. Link when she testifies, because I think we're all on the same page here that she is going to be testifying. I have zero problem with her explaining that call, and she should.
Okay, your request is denied. It is highly inflammatory, highly irrelevant. It happened 3 years after she was arrested. The context of which she's making that statement is during a breakdown of plea negotiations. It's also not connected in any way temporally to the commission of the crime or any statements she made post Miranda.
Well, Judge,
it's also more, nope, pleadings are closed, no more argument. You started first, he went second, you're going third, and that's it. It's also more prejudicial than probative. That's my ruling.
I understand your ruling. I just want to put two things on the record. Number one, during the court's ruling right now, I can see it on the computer screen. Ms. Link is rolling her eyes every time I open my mouth. I would ask the court to admonish Ms. Link once again. I know that we had a conversation sidebar about that in the next of kin. I think that this is becoming a feature of what Ms. Link is doing during this trial and trying to, I don't know, get her 15 minutes of fame. And number two, I think this goes directly to the defendant's consciousness of guilt, of what she would have done.
Thank you. You have asked, sir. Ms. Link, I cannot go in the mind of the jury. I think they're paying attention. I think they're dedicated. The fact that they're here early almost every day and they come back for lunch, we've been doing the case, not them. You're not allowed to make any facial expressions. I already said it before. This is a tragedy all around. You're allowed to be emotional. You have to control it. Because I literally told the next of kin through Mr. Burita that I could see their emotions, and I asked him to have them limit their emotions. It was cumulative over a few-day period. I haven't been looking at you. I don't know if you're rolling your eyes or anything of that nature. I know that you got emotional when the body-worn camera was played, just about everyone did. But the jury needs to decide this case based on the evidence and not from any outside influence. It's actually in your best interest to control any facial expressions you may be doing, because if they don't like what they're seeing and they don't tell me, I don't know what's in their heart, and I don't know what's in their mind. Does that make sense? Yes, Judge. Okay.
So just the only other thing that I wanted to inquire about is the order that you were able to get a certified copy of. Can I use that, or do we need to get like an original from the?
I don't have an objection to the introduction. I still think that the court needs to take judicial notice that a termination of parental rights does not exist in this case.
There was objection to me doing that. I think I was inclined to do that.
That's fine, and I would seek to admit that order as a certified document.
I have no objection.
He has no objection to that.
All right.
Yeah. But you do realize that what you gave us is not a termination of parental rights.
Yes, I didn't use the word terminate. I said he lost his rights, and that's actually true. He has a pathway to get his rights back, but he would need to get drug treatment, which the order says he hasn't, and he would need to curb his domestic violence, which the order says he hasn't, and we already know from what happened that wasn't happening. So Ms. Link was the custodial parent, and his rights were limited to Zoom calls that were completely at her discretion, and one visit a month supervised with his mother, who did not live in the state.
So if we do play back the record, Mr. Tomas did say that his rights were limited.
I didn't say terminate, I said lost.
All right, fair enough. All right, fair enough. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page and what that document actually showed. Since it's a document that my JA was able to get from the Bearcat State Aid over in the dependency/juvenile division, I think the state is satisfied. It is a business record, and I would take judicial notice that there's
I'm going to give you a copy.
order terminating his parental rights. It seems like, Mr. Tomas, what we have is an order limiting his parental rights, correct?
Yes.
Limiting.
If I could just have a moment to step outside to inform my officer.
We can go off record for a few minutes.
This is the other one. is the law.
While he does that, state words back here. 2.2, can you look to see? Mr. Domas, can you pull 2.2 from the jury instruction on edited recording?
I'm gonna step outside and give him a call. Mr. Alcala is going to play a portion of Mr. Tomas's opening where he says that the victim has no right to see the kids. And then I believe that Ms. Daly on has an argument with me.
Well, hold on, we're starting with the next witness. I don't have to revisit anything regarding.
No, I understand, but this is part of the court song.
I understand, you can revisit it later on.
That doesn't have to be right now, we want access to the court and the record to revisit for the case law.
What case law?
Well, Judge, that's what I'm.
Right, so I'm not gonna play this back and forth where I am, Mr. Brita, you all have case law, you wanna bring it up, it's not relevant to the next witness, right?
It's part of it.
Part of this next witness?
Yes, this is.
Okay. How am I going to now look at this case law without reading it first?
Well, Judge, so what we're asking, Judge, is once we have the case law, we'll have it printed, and we're asking for access to the records to make arguments specifically on the court's ruling that the jail call is not court did not allow the jail call.
The jail call, which she talks about her prison sentence that she's facing?
Judge, it goes to consciousness of guilt. If I can I make
No,
arguments to court?
no, we're done on this. Mr. Brigida started the argument. I went to the defense, I went back to Mr. Brigida, I allowed him some leeway after I ruled, but as far as I was concerned, the pleadings on that issue were closed. I'm not allowing you access to the record. We're gonna be in trial 2 days next week, file your motion for reconsideration. Thank you.
Understood, Judge.
All right, this next witness's name is Detective Melanie. I'm gonna bring them back in. I'm gonna bring them, let's go.
The statement. Correct. Mark this.
For what it's worth, the jury's been outside for 11 minutes for over a minute. And I know I was 10 minutes late, but these are issues that are being brought up in the middle of trial. So let's just try to streamline it so that we don't waste this jury's time.
No, I'll start just with getting forward. No, don't worry about it.
All right, adjourned. All 9 years of
All right, all jurors are accounted for, the lawyers are still present, I'll see it, thank you. This should be the last witness for the day. It's Sergeant Melanie.
Detective Melanie Norris.
Detective Melanie Norris.
This is messed up. Yeah, thank you.
I don't get the name of it.
Melanie Norris. She's
Oh, right.
on the left.
Just
Raise your
your hand, you sign to affirm that testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I did.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Detective. Can you please introduce yourself to the members of the jury?
Good afternoon. My name is Detective Melanie Norris.
And where do you work?
I work in the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office.
How long have you worked there?
I've been there now for 8 years.
And what department do you work in?
I'm currently assigned to the Homicide Bureau.
And can you just briefly walk us through your training and experiences?
When I started, I was on road patrol in our South District. After a year and a half, I became a field training officer. So I would train the new recruits that would graduate the academy. After some time doing that, I was transferred over to the Homicide Bureau in 2021.
Were you working in your capacity as a police officer on June 25th, 2022?
Yes, I was.
Now, how did you first become involved in this case?
I was contacted by Detective Danny Morales, who advised that there was a homicide that occurred in the city of Homestead, and I was requested to respond.
Did he advise you who found the victim?
He told me that the victim was found by his wife.
Okay. And did he advise you what, if any, injury he was suffering?
He had a gunshot wound to the leg.
Okay. Are you aware if the victim was declared deceased on scene?
I believe he was.
Did you arrive to the scene?
Yes, I did.
Was that scene at 1237 Northwest 14th Street in Homestead, 33030?
Yes, it was.
Is that a Miami-Dade County?
That is with the Miami-Dade County.
Okay. When you first arrived on scene, who, if anyone, did you make contact with?
I made contact with my supervisor, Sergeant Jason Waite.
And what, if anything, did he advise you of?
He advised me that Detective Joseph Cruz would be the lead investigator on the case.
Now, before we move on, can you explain how homicide teams actually work?
Yes, so we are a team consisting of one supervisor who's a sergeant, and we have between 3 to 5 detectives on that team. When we are assigned a homicide investigation, there's always going to be one detective that's the lead investigator. And because the multitude of the cases and the amount of work that needs to be done in a homicide investigation to be thorough, the whole team will assist and handle different leads that are assigned by the lead investigator.
Now, you said that the lead investigator in this case was Detective Cruz, correct?
Yes.
Now, are you making decisions on your own, or is he giving you assignments?
No, all decisions are made by Detective Cruz. Prior to me making any decision, I would advise Detective Cruz what I came across, what I have, and at that point, he will guide me in what he would want me to do.
So it's fair to say that everything you learned, Detective Danny Morales, Detective Suyapa Hubbard, everything that they learned is flowing to Detective Cruz?
Yes.
So that he can make a decision on what to do?
Yes.
Now, did you speak to Detective Cruz on scene?
Yes, I did.
Were you given a brief on the investigation and facts as he had them on scene?
Yes.
Did he make any requests of you?
He requested that I respond with him to headquarters to interview Miss Daisy Link.
Okay. Did you respond to headquarters that day?
Yes, I did.
And was that to potentially interview the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. Now, at the point in time that the defendant was transported to headquarters, was she a subject of the investigation?
No.
Why not?
She was merely a very important witness. She was also the wife of our victim, which is very important for us because we believe she would have very relevant information as to what the victim was doing prior to him being shot, if he had any enemies or anything of that sort.
Did you believe it was a good idea to bring her in?
Yes.
Now, when you first got to headquarters, is that where she was brought in for an interview, is that recorded in any way?
Yes, it's video and audio recorded.
Okay. And everything that happens in that room is going to be captured more or less?
Yes.
Now, when you first interacted with the defendant in the interview room, did you contact anyone to assist you?
Yes, I contacted our Crime Scene and Evidence Bureau so they can have an investigator respond.
Why did you do that?
To take pictures, and also she had clothes that was full of blood. I didn't want her sitting in the interview room for a long period of time in clothes that had blood that was potentially her husband's. So I wanted to make sure I could get her to change and photograph her before that.
Can you explain what the defendant's demeanor was like when you were first interacting with her at headquarters?
She's very defensive during that interaction.
Did she say anything to you?
She said, and not exact quoting, but something along the lines of,
Objection, speculation.
Just the words she said, okay? So the objections overruled.
why was I treating her as a person that shot the victim?
Okay. In your mind, were you treating her as the person who shot the victim?
No, I simply wanted her to get out of bloody clothing that she had on.
Did you attempt to give her clothing?
I did.
When you attempted to give her those clothing, what was her reaction?
Overruled. Go ahead.
Excuse my language, but she said, I'm not going to put that shit on.
Did you offer her anything to eat or drink at that point in time?
I did multiple times.
Did she accept?
No.
Showing defense counsel has been pre-marked for identification purposes. Permission to move into evidence, Your Honor. That's an objection.
Stay exhibit 2C, marker identification, now becomes stay exhibit 25, Judge.
While at headquarters, other than interviewing Ms. Link or attempting to interview Ms. Link, did you do anything else? Thank you.
Yes, I did. I documented a body search warrant.
What is a body search warrant?
A body search warrant is a warrant to gather DNA, clothing, and this particular incident was for the DNA and the clothing.
Okay. What DNA and what clothing?
It was going to be for Ms. Link's DNA and for her clothing.
Okay, we briefly talked about this yesterday, but can you explain to us what the process is of obtaining a warrant?
Yes, so us as detectives, we document a statement of facts, which is the facts that are known to us at the time of us writing that search warrant. Once we type that, we submit it to our supervisor who reviews it. Once our supervisor is done reviewing it, we will submit it to a state attorney. The state attorney determines whether or not we have enough probable cause to move forward with that warrant. Once they determine that we do, we submit that warrant to a judge who gives a final approval on it.
Okay. And was a warrant for Ms. Link's DNA approved in this case?
Yes.
Was that executed as well?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Now, at that point in time, after doing the body warrant, what, if anything, did you do next?
Fingerprint.
Fingerprinting who?
Miss Link.
If Ms. Link was not a subject at this point in time, why were you fingerprinting her?
Because we were made aware that she did touch the victim at that time when she found him. So we wanted to make sure we did have her fingerprints in the instance we had to rule it out and use it for that case.
Okay. Was she under arrest at this point?
No.
Was she a subject at that point?
No.
Now, if she wasn't a subject, she wasn't an arrest, why are you fingerprinting her?
In case we found fingerprints that she mentioned about touching the subject, his property that was on him. So we find fingerprints, we have to submit those fingerprints for testing in case it could have been someone else that touched the phone. So having her fingerprints will help us in ruling out, okay, these are Miss Link's fingerprints, and we know that these are her fingerprints because she did touch the victim at the time.
Now, to be clear, the defendant does not have to speak to you at any point, correct?
Correct.
When you were fingerprinting her, were you prompting her to speak to you?
No.
Did she ever speak to you while she was being fingerprinted?
She did.
What, if anything, did she say to you?
She said, I did not mean to kill him.
Okay. What did you say to her in response?
I advised her to please stop talking. That if she wanted to speak to me, we would have to go into the interview room, go over her rights. And at that point, we can determine whether or not she really wanted to speak to me. But I did tell her multiple times to not speak to me.
Can you explain to the jury what Miranda rights are?
Yes, it is a form that we use, and it explains the right to individuals that they have a right to they don't need to speak to us, whether they want an attorney present or not, and that pretty much a little summary of what Miranda, right, sorry.
Okay. Judge, by stipulation of the parties, state moves into evidence which has been pre-marked for identification purposes is 2D.
All right, go ahead, Ray.
Stay exhibit 2D, marked for identification, now becomes stay exhibit 26.
And permission to publish.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm using a demonstrative which is pre-marked for identification purposes as 1J. I know this is very far and the writing is small, so I'll read it. And if I could have that as well. 26? Thank you. So Detective, I'm going to put this in front of you real quick and use the same form here. The top of this, is this the Miranda form that you read to Ms. Link, or Ms. Link read?
Yes.
Okay, let's start at the top. Before you are asking questions, you must understand the following rights. Let's start at number 1. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to talk to me if you do not wish to do so. You do not have to answer any of my questions. You understand that right? There's a yes, there is a no. There, what appears to be a D and L next to yes. Whose initials are those?
Miss Link's.
Okay, so she responded yes to that question?
Yes.
Number 2, should you talk to me, anything which you might say may be introduced into evidence and court against you. You understand that right? There's a yes, there's a no. Again, a DL on yes. Is that Miss Link's initials?
Yes.
And she initialed yes?
Yes.
Number 3, if you want a lawyer to be present during questioning at this time or any time hereafter, you are entitled to have the lawyer present. Do you understand that right? Again, yes, no. Again, initials. Is that Miss Link's initials?
Yes.
Miss Link understood that right?
Yes.
Number 4, if you cannot afford to pay for a lawyer, one will be provided for you at no cost if you won't. Do you understand that right? Yes, no. Again, a DL. Miss Link understood that right?
Yes.
Those are her initials?
Yes.
Knowing these rights, are you willing to answer my questions without having a lawyer present? Yes, no. Again, DL. Miss Link's initials?
Yes.
Miss Link understood that right?
Yes.
She agreed to speak to you?
Yes.
Did you threaten her in any way?
No.
This statement is signed of my own free will without any threats or promises having been made to me. There's a signature and a date and time. That date is 6/25/2022, and the date appears to be, it's either 4 or 6:22 p.m. Is that correct?
4:22 p.m. Yes.
Okay, and whose signature is that?
Miss Link's.
And on the left-hand side of this, I have, it says advising officer. Who was the advising officer?
That was me.
And can you tell us the rest of it? It says 6/25/22 with what appears to be 6567 above it?
That's my badge number.
Okay. And then right underneath it, there's a witness, J. Cruz.
Yes, that's Detective Joseph Cruz.
Thank you very much. I can take that. Now, I want to briefly talk about the defendant's statement. What, if anything, did she tell you? Just briefly.
She told me that her and the victim were involved in an argument.
Judge, I would object best evidence from what we're going to hear this.
Oh, this is summary, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and states it planning on introducing the statement?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, here, let me ask you this. Did she advise that she knew who the victim was?
Did she, at the time of the interview, did she advise that she knew who the victim was?
Yes.
Yes, she did.
Who did she say the victim was?
Her husband.
And that would be Pedro Jimenez?
Yes.
Did she advise of any domestic violence between her and Pedro Jimenez, in which Mr. Jimenez was the aggressor?
Yes.
Did she also advise of any domestic violence, prior domestic violence, where she was the aggressor?
Yes.
Did she also advise you of an incident that happened a few days prior,
Yes.
in which Mr. Jimenez, she claimed, pistol whipped her?
Yes.
Did she advise that she picked up Mr. Jimenez that day?
Yes.
What did she say about that?
That she responded to one of his friend's house because it was getting late to go pick him up.
Did she say if he threatened her at that point?
No.
Did she say that he had any weapons on him?
No.
Or him?
No.
And she said she went and picked him up on her own volition?
Yes.
Did she say whether or not he asked her to pick her up?
No.
Did she ever tell you about any conversations that they were having that night?
Yes.
And what was that conversation about?
Conversations about the victim making allegations that Miss Link cheated on him.
Did Ms. Link deny that to the victim?
In the beginning, yes.
Okay. Did she advise a little later on about what continued to transpire that night?
Yes.
And what was that?
They continued to argue about the same situation until eventually Ms. Link advised the victim that she did cheat on him.
And did Ms. Link advise that the defendant had left at that period of time before she admitted to the infidelity?
Yes.
Did Ms. Link advise if she had a firearm?
Yes.
And at what point in time did she say she had the firearm?
She was looking for the victim, didn't know where he was at. She grabbed the firearm from inside and then sat outside to smoke a cigarette.
And so the victim was nowhere to be found at that point in time?
No.
Did she say why she grabbed the firearm?
She believed that by grabbing the firearm, it would instill fear in him from confronting her.
Even though he wasn't around?
Yes.
Did she say if the victim showed up later on?
Yes.
And what happened there, did she say?
They continued to argue. The victim at one point pushed her, which is when she grabbed the firearm. As soon as she grabbed the firearm, the victim began to run away from her. She says that he was running to lock her out of the house. And in order to stop him from locking her out of the house, she discharged the firearm.
Did she say that she was in fear for her children?
No.
Did she say she was in fear for her safety?
No.
Did she merely say that she didn't want to be locked outside?
Yes.
Did Ms. Lincoln advise what, if anything, happened to that firearm?
Judge, at this point, I'd ask best evidence rule, we can hear.
Sustain, we'll be honest on you.
Did you ask Ms. Link to draw anything for you?
Yes.
And why'd you do that?
For me to better understand where she was when she discharged the firearm for purposes of attempting to locate a casing on scene.
Okay, state now moves into evidence which has been pre-marked for identification purposes as 1B. 2B, I'm sorry.
State Exhibit 2B, marked for identification, now becomes State Exhibit 27.
And that's my stipulation, right?
Yes, sir.
And I also have a demonstrative of this. Detective, if you don't mind just taking this from me, I'm going to give you a couple of markers here. Truthfully, just use whichever one works a little better. Thank you. Or both. If you don't mind just holding it up for the jury. What exactly are we looking at here?
So here we're looking at the street, and these are two duplexes. This one in particular is a duplex where Ms. Link and the victim resided.
Okay, and this is the drawing that Ms. Link made?
Yes.
Okay, can you just walk us through exactly what Ms. Link told you about this and mark where she was standing and where the victim was standing?
Yes, so she says she was sitting here on the porch where the staircase is. The gun was directly next to her. The victim was standing here in front of her.
And there is a circle at the top of it. What was that?
This is what she said. The victim ran towards this way, and she shot the firearm when she was approximately by this circle.
Okay. And there's like a little line right next to that as well. What's that?
That's where the victim continued to run.
Okay. Did you find a casing ever?
I did not.
Do you know if anyone found a casing for this firearm?
To my knowledge, nobody did.
Now, while on scene, and I would move to preserve.
It's in the right?
This is a demonstrative.
So we want to do that.
Just preserve it for closing.
Sure.
Now, while all this is happening, you're interviewing Ms. Link. Are officers still on scene at that 1237 address?
Yes,
Why?
they are still conducting their part of the investigation, which is the scene, the body, whatever portion everybody was assigned. Sorry. They were documenting they were documenting the scene, the body. They were still conducting their investigation on scene.
Are you aware if canine officers responded to the scene?
Yes, they did.
Are any other detectives on scene as well?
Yes, our homicide detectives are on scene.
And that would have been Danny Morales, Yapa Hubbard, whatever other officers were on scene?
Yes,
And are you guys speaking while you're interviewing the defendant?
yes.
Why are you doing that?
They're relaying information that they're finding on scene that's relevant for us in case they have any questions that they need us to ask Ms. Link.
What, if anything, did they tell you was going on scene?
They found
Is it about anything?
It goes to state of mind, effect on listener as well.
Oh, you can answer.
They advised me that they discovered a Ring video camera footage where Ms. Link made a statement on it.
All right, that's all.
Yeah.
Permission to publish evidence previously admitted, Your Honor? Now, that video that we just watched as a portion of State's Exhibit 16, is that the video that was relayed to you?
Yes.
And did you relay that video to Ms. Link?
Yes.
What was her reaction to that?
She said that she did not say that.
Now, do you know when exactly, or a rough estimate of when that incident occurred?
That was approximately 10 minutes prior to the 911 call.
Okay, so there was a 911 call in this case as well.
Yes.
Did officers learn who made that 911 call?
Yes.
Who made that 911 call?
Ms. Link.
And permission to publish, what's the name?
We can just sign real quick.
What's the 911 call exhibit number? I don't know. Can you tell me the exhibit number for 911? One. Playing now states exhibit 1.
Saturday, June 25, 2022, 03:21 and 57 seconds.
Are you ready for anything to fire? What is the emergency?
I don't know why I just hear a guy screaming and then just go everywhere.
Okay, stand on there. We're going to check your phone to see where you are.
Okay.
Do you know what happened to him? Stand on there with me. Is he awake and breathing? And the place here at 1300 185 stand on there.
Where?
Are you in Homestead now?
Yes, I know that.
What is the phone number you're calling from?
36, 62, 9539.
7656095939. Correct.
Before we move on with the rest of the call, that phone number, whose phone number was that?
That I don't know.
Did Daisy Link give you her cell phone number?
She did during the interview. She did.
I mean, get home with something on the line as well. Violence is everything from, do you know what part of his body is injured or?
I think it's in right there.
Does he have a clean dry cloth or towel or blood pressure, so where he's bleeding from? I know that is a funny day for me. The address is Mia Mapping. She was, the address is 1300, not 1153. She's alleged that she found a male down on the floor, bleeding all over. And I'm curious to see if she can look and see where his blood, the blood is coming from. She says, okay. I know what happened. I have her on the line.
And you have the comment on that certificate?
She's calling from 786-562-9539.
And where are you sitting today?
I'm in position 1502.
I'm one rebel, and I'm on duty, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Hello?
Okay, you said it looks like he was by the alleyway?
He didn't, he's in the alley.
Is he still breathing?
He's breathing, he's saying that he can't breathe.
Okay. About how old do you think he is?
I don't know, maybe 30, 25, I don't know.
Between like mid-20s to maybe 30?
Yes.
Is he able to tell you anything, like when it happened or anything like that?
Hello?
Yeah, did he tell you?
What happened? No. He said he doesn't know.
He doesn't know? Okay. Police on the way, I'm on the way, just stay on the phone with me, okay? And you said it looks like it's mostly from his legs?
Hold on, a second, I'm trying to say now, I think it is, hold on. Let me see. It is, there's hold on. I see an entry, hold on, one, and I see an entry.
Was he shot?
It looks like it is, yes. He's bleeding off to his leg. I can't pick you up. I can't pick you up.
So just let him know that help is on the way, but you can't pick him up, okay? Just let him know that help is on the way.
I agree.
Ma'am, were you able to get a clean dry off the towel, the blood pressure? And his leg?
I took his shirt off and I tied it around his leg.
You tied it around his head?
Hey, hello, hey, Josie, are you okay? What the fuck happened?
Is he still breathing in?
Yeah, hey, you breathing yet? Or not yet? They're coming through now. I see them coming through now.
Just let me know when they make contact with you, okay?
Yeah.
Do they see you?
Hey, tell me, right here, tell me. Hey, tell me. Hello, tell me, hey.
Yes, you. You're the way?
I'm looking. Tell me.
And you see the
Tell
other?
me. I see him here. Tell me. Tell me.
And you can still
They're here. They're here. Tell me.
Okay, they're making contact. I'll go ahead and disconnect.
Okay, thank you.
Detective, did investigators find out who made that phone call?
Yes,
Who did?
Miss Link.
Now, after Daisy Link admits to shooting Pedro Jimenez, what, if anything, did you do with her? Was she under arrest at that point?
Yes.
And I know we talked about this briefly before, but that body warrant, the DNA warrant, that was executed as well?
Yes, it was.
Did you author any other warrants at that time?
A ring search warrant
Why?
to obtain video that was captured on the Ring camera.
And to be clear, that warrant was through the same process that we talked about beforehand?
Yes.
The video that we saw a few minutes ago, that was part of that warrant?
Yes.
There's a few other videos that I want to show you and ask you if those were also part of that warrant. And this would be a part of State's Exhibit 16. State's Exhibit 6, or excuse me, the Ring camera that you executed?
Yes.
this video also a part of the ring camera warrant that you executed?
Yes.
And finally, we see an adult male walking back into that vehicle, go through it a little bit, and then leave. Was that part of the video or the ring camera warrant that you also executed?
Yes.
Now, after you arrest the defendant, is that where the investigation ended?
No.
Why not if you've made an arrest?
In the homicide investigation, there's a lot of moving parts, and we conducted a very thorough investigation. So now it's going through the defendant's statement and then proving or disproving things that were said in the statement, ensuring that we have all the physical evidence and the facts correct to back up everything that occurred.
Did you yourself speak to additional witnesses?
Yes, I did.
And that was after the fact?
Yes.
Did you respond to 1300 Northwest 15th Street?
Yes.
Did you meet with the homeowner?
Yes.
Was that Robert Cisneros?
Yes.
Were you with anybody when you responded to that scene?
Yes, Detective Danny Morales and Detective Chiapa Hubbard.
Why did you respond to that scene?
To gather video surveillance footage.
Okay, and did you watch that video surveillance?
I did not.
I don't want to talk about any of that specific surveillance, but what I do want to ask you is, did you see anybody cut any wires, delete anything?
No.
Going back very briefly, Detective, this is a silly question. Do you have a personal cell phone?
Yes.
Does that have reporting capabilities?
Yes.
When you are investigating a crime, do you take out your phone and report things on your phone?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because my personal phone is my personal phone. It is not subject to anything that I do that is work related.
Do you have standard operating procedures that allow you to use your cell phone?
For my personal cell phone, no.
Okay. So it'd be fair to say you are not allowed to do that.
Correct.
Is there anybody that you reach out to in order to gather any kind of video surveillance evidence as well?
Yes, we have a video forensics unit that is certified and takes specific trainings in retrieving video surveillance footage.
If you have the capability to record something on your phone, why are you reaching out to them to collect evidence?
That would be the proper way to do it. These individuals are trained. They take trainings how to properly extract video and maintain its integrity.
Now, Detective, I know you weren't here, but Danny Morales and Suyapa Hubbard and yourself all wore suits while you testified. Why are you not in a uniform?
This is my daily attire for work.
So as a detective, a homicide detective, you are wearing a suit as your uniform?
Yes.
Do you get body-worn camera?
No, we do not.
Why not?
That is simply only assigned to road officers.
Showing defense counsel has been pre-marked for identification purposes as states 2E.
I'm gonna take a break now.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna take about a 10-minute coffee break. It'll be a comfort break. The video that will be played is about an hour and a half long, so just be prepared. If you need to take a comfort break in the middle of that hour and a half, you can do so. You all will just raise your hand. But just so you know what's coming after this break now. Okay, it's the video that will be played.
Judge, can you just move it inside?
All rise for the jury.
I'm sorry, real quick, if we move this evidence, let's just have Green mark it.
State moves into evidence with some pre-marked for identification purposes is 2E.
State Exhibit 2E, marked for identification, now becomes State Exhibit 28, Judge.
Thank you. That has to be said on the record in front of you all. All right, you can go back in there.
Hour 32. Right, and at certain points I do intend to stop and ask Detective Norris some follow-up questions, but
Understood. All right, we'll just take it one thing at a time. I'm going to read to the jury 2.2, instruction on edited reporting.
All rise for the jurors.
The video that we're going to see that we introduced into evidence is a video recording. I have to read to you an instruction on what you're going to see. Members of the jury, you are about to view and listening to a video recording. The court instructs you that the recording has been edited to eliminate irrelevant portions that will not add to your understanding of the case. The fact that the recording has been edited should not concern you in any way and must not impact the way you view and listen and consider this evidence. Go ahead, Mr. Rubio.
thank you, Your Honor, permission to publish.
Yes.
Detective, I just want to briefly pause here at 42 seconds of stage 28. We saw Ms. Link enter and she has these brown paper bags on her hand. Why?
That is to preserve, because she touched the victim, is to preserve if there was any gunshot residue.
So you put the conditions and you're gonna get the clothes this evening, so you can change and then put it back, okay? Excuse me. If you need anything, I'll tell her.
And then just look at the opposite, right? Straight ahead. And you can face the wall. Okay, you can face me. Aside from that, but I see where you have some kind of mark here. Do you have any other mark anywhere? Do you know? Okay, I see it. No, just
Lower right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, don't forget, just let me see that form. There's one right there. That bruise that you have there, can you just lift it? That's fine. Lift it.
No, so that I'm gonna use it. Because you've been on our care, correct? You've been in our care, right? So there's no confusion later on down the line, or take pictures of the injuries you already have, so later on someone doesn't say they were caused while they were in our care. That's the only reason, no one's implying anything at all. Okay? No one has implied anything, that is the reason why we're doing this, okay?
So aside from that, is there any other, do you have any other injuries that you know? No worries, no worries. Do me a favor, just put your hands together like this. Okay, and then just put them together like this. There we go. Can you take a deep breath? And 40.
Sorry, I had to use the bathroom and I needed coffee.
said in that video, well, let me ask you this, to be clear, that's you.
Yes.
And you said this is my partner, Joe. Is that Joe Cruz that we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
The lead detective in this case?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for everything that you're going through in that case. And I'm sorry for that. Bear with me, we're just gonna get all of your information, his information. Kids, take your time, talk to me, not rush, anything. Okay? I know that it's a lot right now for you.
Yeah, like I told you earlier,
Your sister, your sister.
your kids are with your family, they're going to take care of them all.
You guys have 2 kids together, right? Okay, what's your first kid's name? Pedro. What's his last name?
Jimenez.
Junior?
Yeah.
How old is Pedro?
He is 7.
What's his date of birth?
87, 14.
And you said, you guys another son?
Mia.
Pedro. MIA?
Detective, the 911 call that we listened to earlier, which I believe is State Exhibit 1, in that, whoever the person who made that phone call, they said that the victim in the case had an injury, but they weren't sure. Is that correct?
Yes.
Ms. Link just gave an actual date of birth for the victim, though. Is that correct?
Her son. She gave the date of birth for her
I
son.
apologize.
What's his last name and as well? How old is Mia?
She's 6.
What's his birthday?
She's 24, 16.
Does anyone else live with you guys? Just you guys.
So he's just me and the kids. He's always over there, always around. He comes on like 4 days, 5 days out of the month.
And how long have you guys been living at that address for?
5 years.
So he works on them.
He could, when they stay home, maybe they stay home alone. Maybe quit my job and then I could stay home with the kids. My son is ADHD and don't know his eyes, so
Where did you work at before you did that?
logistics right there.
Logistics coordinator? Oh, I'm sure you're doing what? Probably. For what company?
I work for Silver.
Silver Base?
So I just work at a shipper in the United States.
Oh, wow. That's in Lexington?
It's in the Maryland, state, Maryland, yeah.
And how many people did you work at? That's it?
Yeah.
How long were you working there for?
3 years, 4 years.
What high school did you go to?
Okay.
Really? What year did you graduate?
I made it easy when I was 16.
Oh,
Something college.
so you left something? Did Pedro go to something too?
I used to. He did.
Where did you guys meet?
Taking up on the 2019 with the Pedro and I had he Joe would pick me up. That's not enough.
house 5 years ago, where do you live?
I can't remember the address of the house across the street somewhere.
Question about what? Was it in Homestead as well, or Florissant?
Just in Homestead.
Okay. And he's always been a trucker. How long has he been a trucker for?
About 3 years.
Detective, you just asked the question before you both lived at the address. Who are you referring to?
Miss Link and the victim.
Did Miss Link deny living with the victim?
No,
That the victim lived there?
no.
Thank you.
And what did you do before that?
Last name, distraction, and stuff like that. I don't want to question the guy's license, so I could really do it. Started taking a toll on his body, where it was a little bit.
Yeah, construction site, job.
I just want to just stay there. I won't come no more.
So I bring you tissues, okay? So, this is some stuff that's yeah, what? Okay.
Before we move on, Detective, you asked a bunch of questions about the defendant's children, where her and the victim lived, a couple other things, how they met, and things like that. Why were you asking those questions?
Those are preliminary questions that we ask.
Is there any specific reason to get some background information or anything like that?
Background information as well to know, at that point we were aware that the children were in the residence at the time of this incident, and that's something that we need to document.
Thank you. Let me just skip a little bit ahead.
So, and we're gonna go over your rights again. And of course, we have the copies, we're gonna go over your rights again, and then I'm gonna go over your rights again, okay? It's gonna be the same form. I'll read it to you again. And we'll go over there, okay?
Detective, we just heard the defendant whisper to herself, "I killed him, I loved him so much." At that point in time, had the defendant made a confession of killing Pedro Jimenez to you?
No.
To any detectives?
No.
Would it be fair to say that is the first time the defendant ever admitted to killing the victim?
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so a few minutes ago, you knocked on the door and said you wanted to talk. Okay, so your office, and we're gonna go over your rights again. And because we have a copy, we're gonna go over your rights again, and then I'll go over your rights again, okay? It's gonna be the same form. I'll read it to you again, and we'll go over there, okay? Okay, so if there are any questions, you must understand the following rights. You have a right to remain silent, and you do not have to talk to me if you do not wish to do so. You do not have to answer any of my questions if you understand this right. Thank you. possibly anything which you might say may be introduced into evidence in court against you. Do you understand? If you want a lawyer to be present during questioning at this time or any time hereafter, you are entitled to have a lawyer present. Do you understand that right? If you cannot afford to pay a lawyer, one will be provided for you at no cost if you want one. Do you understand that right? Knowing these rights, are you willing to answer my questions without having a lawyer present? This statement is signed of my own free will, without any threats or promises having been made to me. Do you understand what that means? So you're going to sign right here. And the date is 6/25/22, and it is 4/22 p.m. I want to verify your phone number. What is your cell number? And you have that with what carrier? And what kind of phone do you have? An Android iPhone. And it's your phone? No one else uses it besides you? When, just to clarify something, because when we went downstairs to do the fingerprinting, you told me that you didn't mean to do it, that you were just trying to scare him. What did you mean by that, and who were you speaking about? Pedro. Okay, Pedro. And what did you mean by you didn't mean to do it? Just wanted him to stop hitting me. So I grabbed his gun and I shot it, but I didn't aim him. Nothing, I didn't mean to hit him. I just wanted to scare him. I just wanted to scare him away. So let's rewind a little bit. Okay. How long have you been paid for? Last month made 9 years. Last month made 9 years? Okay. And both of your kids are his? Yeah. What was your relationship like? I loved him so much. I don't know why I was just never enough for him. I could never leave him. I couldn't have friends. I couldn't have any social media. I couldn't have anything. I was isolated for a very long time. Why were you isolated for a long time? I was learning how to live nothing. I was married. I didn't have friends. I had to stay in the house all the time. Couldn't talk to anybody except for my mom, maybe. I tried to leave before, but all I did was wreak havoc on everything. And what's your relationship with him? What was like that? No, not at first. He when you work there, when you work here. But when you come back after 3 weeks or a month, you will be anywhere from 4 to 7 days. And you just get strung out the whole 7 days on cocaine.
Do you use anything else?
Cocaine, marijuana, butter. That I don't know what that is. And he just didn't, he was a big drinker. I guess the more money we began to get, the more drugs he started doing every time we come home. He couldn't find an ounce of cocaine, he said he hid in the house. I never seen it.
When did you say that?
This was the day that he hit me in my head like 5 or 6 times with a gun. So, like 4 or 5 days ago.
Did you report that? You were in the hospital.
I was in the hospital, but they started asking me a lot of questions. I got scared and I left. I went to the hospital, but before I got a chance.
Detective, briefly, I just want to back up from the statement. We heard Ms. Link say that Pedro did not let her have social media. Is Facebook social media?
Yes,
TikTok?
yes,
Instagram?
yes.
Thank you.
I was actually going to see a doctor and they said that they said you have a MRI and you have family brain.
Did they register you? Did they get your information and stuff? What hospital is it?
Hospital.
You said a couple days ago, you remember what day?
My mom flew down the very next day. So I'm gonna say 3 days ago. She flew down to try to get him arrested because I wouldn't do it. She even said, he's the baby that she's going to get. He's always done this to you.
And where were you when he hit you in the head?
I was outside with my cousin David. And he hit David too.
At the house? At your house? What's David's last name?
Correct.
Do you know his, date of birth?
No.
Okay. He's a white man?
He's dark. He's darker than me. He's Puerto Rican.
Okay. Do you know where he lives?
Not exactly. He usually comes down. That was the first time he's ever been in my house. So he's seen me since we were kids.
And he's your cousin?
But one day, my mom's brother's son.
And where did Pedro hit him with the gun?
His face, he was trying to push him off me. And Pedro turned back and he hit him with the gun too.
And David didn't report it either?
No.
How old is David?
David is probably about, I'm just gonna be like 29, maybe 30.
travels a lot with his job.
Yeah.
Okay, how long has he been home?
He was supposed to leave tomorrow. He was here for 7 days. Because he did on one. He was supposed to leave tomorrow on Sunday.
So when did he get back from his last work trucking out there? When did he get back? Last Tuesday? Okay, so today's
Yes, I was talking how long I since he thought I was taking on last
so he got back last Tuesday.
Yeah.
So he's been here about a week already.
Yeah. Was here.
When he got back, he was staying with you and the kids?
The last sentence. When he comes back now, he'll run for whatever fucking reason. And he literally fabricates shit in his head and actually believed it. That he would believe he had a severe mental disorder. I know he did. I know he did. Nobody normal would do shit like that. Nobody normal would make stuff up in their head and actually believe it.
What would you make up? What do you mean by that?
Like, he would tell me how all of the fucking sweat of cheating on him. Or on fucking worry, I know. Cheating on him. Oh yeah, I know that you've been taking naked pictures of yourself. Bullshit stuff. And he would just continuously say it over and over again. And he would get mad and be like, yeah, sending these fucking niggas pictures and shit. Hey, you know, stupid bitch, yeah, I know what you're doing. I know, like, you could genuinely tell he didn't believe the shit he was saying. You could tell he did. So he would just leave sometimes, take his truck to his dad's house. And then he would have maybe his friends pick him up from there. And then if I went to bars, he would do something. One of the nights and folk out would come home. 1, 2 in the morning, and whenever he would get home. Northwest, Porter. But I stayed to Port.
So that's where he would say he was staying with you?
That's where he would go to school. That's where I used to go to school all the time.
Okay, so Friday yesterday, what was he? The other day.
He was with his friend. He was with his friend's house. Good. And then I remember I drove by the friends to my sister's house and my mom.
Do you remember what time that was?
I think I'm 5.
In the afternoon or the morning?
Afternoon. My mom flew down, so she went to visit my sisters and my mom takes care of one of my sister's kids. And she's very sick, she was big, so she said to go see her. And we went over there, and just talking, shit like that. We were supposed to do a barbecue in the house there with all my sisters and stuff. Then after that, I went home. I had to go home. I went home, and then it was about maybe 10 or 11 o'clock. And then he started having.
At this point, you were home alone with the kids?
Who was home? I was home.
Okay, and what were the kids?
The kids were street behind Homestead now. Sorry, I don't know the precise address.
And what's his friend's name then?
Manriquez.
Manriquez?
Manriquez.
Do you know how to spell it?
I think I'm paying him. RIQ. UEZ, I believe.
Is he white or not?
He is white, he's Hispanic.
Okay, and how did you know to pick him up from there?
And I knew that he was over there. Before he left, he was with, it was him, I believe, the brother, and a couple of other, when I see that group of people, the group of boys there, I know he's gonna be at.
But where did you see him with these people?
At their house. Well, first they came to my house,
Okay.
and then they went to their house.
Why did they come to your house?
I guess he was, his mom, I don't know.
So he was home. I was at your house then, because somebody you were home with the kid and your mom.
Yeah, first, that was when I got back.
Okay,
back.
okay.
And then after that, I told my mom, we're gonna go back, we're gonna go a little bit to beat it up. Because I know he's coming drunk on the back, and he was just on the phone and shit.
Did he ask you to pick him up, or you decided to go pick him up?
I decided to go.
Okay.
Wasn't an issue. I picked him up, he was, of course, buying cocaine, and I'm not into it. It was one. He took it on the outside, so I went inside. And he said, oh, I'm coming. He's drunk on his ass. And then you could see he had like coke bags on him, so.
When you got there, how did you tell him to come outside?
His friend, he normally leaves outside. I went and I was like, well, where's Pedro at? Oh, he's inside the house. Okay. He was out there. I don't know, Manriquez is the only one I know his name. There's about 5 or 6 of them. I was there. The boy went inside. I waited like maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Small. It was like mine. There's a lot of traffic goes through there, a lot of people, and now worse. So I went and opened the door of the house. And then finally I could see him coming out of the hallway, with the coke bag. What? I'm coming. Jeez. I was getting something from weekend. You can see I had a coke bag. And that's when the fun started. My mom ended up leaving back to my sister's house because she was dating when she was in
Okay,
there.
so what do you mean when the fun started? So you took him up from the house, what happened after you picked him up? What do you guys do now?
He asked me to take him to the store to see later.
Which store did you go to?
It has to be one of the two, there's only 2 stores I ever go to. They're both on one is right there next to one side, it's right behind one side, it's not ready to go. It's like a plaza.
On 187 Avenue? What, original 187 or 182?
187.
187 Avenue, the shopping center
Little shop.
by 317th Street, I think it is, isn't it?
How much are you?
It's past Campbell Drive.
Here, what is it?
Yes.
There. Either there or at the Paramount, that's a little further down. No, it's very much.
And when you guys are driving, are you talking about anything? What are you talking about?
Then we went did shoot on him. Okay. You can be 100% certain. Friend told him, I stopped talking to the guy and everything I know. Nothing serious like that at all. I guess he didn't know. And since he came back, same conversation we had over and over again. So I guess I'm just getting back at him for all the time cheating on me. I'm fucking water, sweat, and that shit. Takes care of me, does everything for me. I'm gonna do that shit to him. He is lonely. But you realize, I understand. I completely understand.
We're not here to judge you on that, so don't worry about that. You don't need to explain to us why you cheated or did what you did.
It's something is human. Okay? It's human and it's okay, it's fine. As women, we get lonely. You're home with your kids all the time, raising two kids by yourself, he's always out on the road.
I get it, I'm on social media, I can't talk to anybody, I can't even talk to my cousins. A lot of people want to.
So again, Detective, we just heard Ms. Link say she wasn't allowed to have social media. Is that
Yes.
correct? Facebook is social media?
Yes.
TikTok is social media?
Yes.
Asked and answered.
TikTok is social media?
Yes.
Instagram is social media?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because he started to look it up too. I don't think he would have did it. And he didn't see my cousin there. He doesn't think my cousins are my cousins. I don't know. These are actually my blood cousins.
So you guys are correcting, you're talking about, he's saying all this shit to you, he's telling you, about you cheating and all that. That's what he's talking to you about. At this point, how are you feeling? Are you sad? Are you angry? Like, how are you feeling? What are you feeling? So he's telling you those stuff.
But I keep denying it. I keep denying it.
So you can tell him no, that you didn't cheat, because that's the way that you stuck with it. Okay.
I know that's the house. My mom's sitting outside. My mom and he said talking shit to me over and over. Talking shit about me to my mom. You know? And then he'll leave me. Running around. Inside her bed. You just see it. I guess what my mom is not there. Days. He's only here for a couple of days. I felt so bad. Because maybe it would have been a difference. He would have still been on drugs, but maybe I felt like shit, you know? He could have been at home. He could be in bed, he could be laying down. He doesn't get to his home that much. And it's so bad.
So at this point, you get,
We just heard the defendant say he doesn't get to be home that much. To the best of your knowledge, is she referring to that 1237 address?
Speculation.
I get home here in February.
Because the whole time, since he got back, that's all it's been. I felt so bad. I felt like shit. back. And, he was broke, pretty much, I don't know how much fucking drugs they were on, I was talking to Tom, and I didn't hand from the back of the city to roller coaster to my house, through the 5-6 blocks down. I'm back to the whole day, the night pretty much.
What was that?
This was the night that I called the police for you guys came. And there was a little blood on the driveway. That's the night the interview that was with me and Heather done. He came, you could just hear him banging on the door. He banged on the door. And that's when we were talking about. No, and he came out and were saying, but he's acting sporadic as fuck. And that's, he tried to attack first David. My first David back, and I got in front of him, and that's when he started hitting me, he started punching me, he started throwing bruises on my arms and everything. He started hitting me in the back of my head. And then I just know that he grabbed his gun on top of the china cabinet, and then I ran outside. He grabbed me by my hair and just started hitting me over the door on my head. He's like, you know what, that? I just felt bad. It was nothing but chaos and fucking havoc since he got back. I tried to make excuses for him. I still would. If he was here. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. Because he was right. But I didn't shoot him because I wanted to shoot him. I just shot a fucking gun so he could hear. I didn't think it was him.
Let's go back a little bit. You said that you grabbed the gun from on top of the china cabinet.
That was a couple days ago.
Okay, is that gun always there?
He always had it there.
Okay.
He always had it there, and he can probably take it with him over the road.
So when he was out on the road working, where was the gun?
The truck.
Okay. And then when he was home, the gun would be where?
You put it on top of the china cabinet or in my kitchen. The cabinets are way on top.
Okay. So Friday, you guys are arguing. Yesterday, you guys are arguing. When you come back, after you come back home, you guys are arguing. Around what time is that? Do you remember?
Like 10 of them.
Okay. And what happens? What continues to happen? How does the night continue to progress?
1 minute it's okay, the next minute going back to it all over again. Like we'd be talking about something, we'd be laughing, we'd be doing home, and then it flips back on again. Flips back on again. And everyone inside taking a box of gold. And he would get so angry with you, he would just walk me. I don't know where you go, but he would come back maybe 20, 10 minutes later, do the same shit. And then my mom finally was probably 4 o'clock, she just got tired of it. She called my sister, she called Jason, her boyfriend, will pick her up. And she said, I'm getting tired of shit. So, she left. Told her to leave me.
What happened after she left?
You can see he kept coming back over and over again. When I the glimpses of him through coming through the camera. That's how I figured he was. It would be like 5 minutes, and I'm looking through, and I'm like, where the fuck is he going? Where is he coming from? Why is he passing, but he's not coming inside? So, finally, I was sitting outside, and I had a gun. At what point did you grab a gun? I grabbed a gun, and I sat outside with it to smoke a cigarette. Because it became, maybe he wouldn't hit me if he saw that I had it. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I never fucking grabbed a gun like that ever. Guy gets upset when I see me circling the house with me, but because of this is pretty paranoid. Yeah, pretty scary. So I was inside, I just had the gun there next to me. Where next to you? Like, just, I was sitting on the porch, and I just had a nice place on the stairs, so just sitting on some more stairs. Finally, I could see the shadow in the back. I could see it in the corner of my eye, where the girl is. And he started talking shit again. Seemed to go over it. And then finally, I knocked, the gun is still there. I stood up and I was like, I told you, partially, not all of it. You were right about the name Alex. But I wasn't doing anything with it. I got scared because, and I stopped talking to the police because apparently he was fucking around with 4 girls in total, making us all think that they kind of want to be with us and shit. So one of the girls in particular was one of Pedro's friends from a long time ago. I get him. So, fast forward, I decided not to shit off with the kid and everything. So the name was Alex. But it's not like that. It was never like that. He was just using me to piss off Dora. He was an asshole, and she called him when she found out when she forgot me. She called him like 5 times on Facebook. And that's it. So then I started talking to her. And then, we hashed it out. I didn't know about you at all. I'm sorry. I begged her, please don't tell him. Please, she didn't tell him. Supposedly she told me she didn't tell him. But when I said that, he was also, when I told him, it was at 11 at night, he was just using me to piss off Dora. He fucking exploded. I was like, you were fucking Dora's man. You were fucking Dora's man. I said, fuck what you doing? That's why she called me that. He was screaming, ballistic, screaming. And I started getting scared. The way, the look in his eyes, you can see, he has a look, something with his eyes, when he gets really fucked up on cocaine. You can see it. He's not the same person anymore.
What was he wearing when you guys were out there? What clothes did he have on?
He had a black, I believe it was a black shirt, but it tank top, but I ripped it off of him. So I could look and get under there right now.
We'll get to that. I just want to know what he was wearing.
He had a pair of cargo pants on. I can't remember what color they were. I think maybe black cargos.
Did he have anything in his hands? Yeah, like, did he have anything in his hands?
No.
Okay. Okay, so now you guys continue to argue. Well, he's yelling at you.
This morning, and I'm telling you, I'm done, just pushing her on down. That's when he pushed me back and I fell to the floor. I know that he grabbed me by my hair. I was right next to the stairs and he just leaned forward and I grabbed the gun. And he let me go because I had it in my hand and you could see he turned around. He tried to take off. And he was like, they were gonna lock me in the house. He started running and I just shot to try to prevent him from going inside the house.
Where was he standing?
When I shot him,
Yes.
I was with that. I was
Okay.
So, draw me where your house is. So you see on my house on the other side of the room. Okay, so I have the porch here, the stairs. So at this point, I'm right here. I grab it.
Okay.
This is the end of the house for the white marble.
Okay, so this would be the front of the house.
This is the back of the house.
And this is the front.
This is the front of the house. This is the back of the house. Because the house is not a picture.
Okay, so you're saying, so this is the door to your duplex, and then this was the door to the other duplex.
This is the
What's in the street? Just
Yeah.
the street.
So that's the street. Okay, that makes sense. I see what you're saying now. Okay.
So I'm in the front, I'm in the back of the house. Because that's usually where I consider the front, that's usually where I'm going now.
Okay.
So at that time, I remember once he started taking off, he started running this way. And he said that he was going to run the house to lock me out. Because he could sleep outside, bitch. So I ran right here, I was right here, I saw him right here. And I just shot. I didn't even really hit him. I don't even know how I hit him. I didn't even aim at him like that. I just shot it so he couldn't move and make me scared to run away. The babies were asleep in the house. I'm tired of being locked outside. I'm tired of this shit.
So as he is running away from you, that's when you shoot.
Because he's running to go home, so in the house. Because he's running to go in the house and out the doors.
What happens now after you shoot him? What happens?
He was still running. He ran me. He didn't go in the house. He ran. So I think the house was behind him right here. He was running kind of like on their porch.
Okay.
And I don't know where he went after that. So I went, I was looking, I walked to the front, I was looking, and I couldn't find him. So then I went back out in the car.
While you're walking to the car, are you on the phone with anybody? Are you talking to anybody?
No,
Okay, so you're not talking to anybody
no,
as you're walking?
no.
Okay, where's the gun at this point?
I threw it.
So as you're walking by your house, where did you throw the gun?
There's a tree right there.
Okay.
In front. As I went to look over it, and I'm walking, I slowed the gun to the tree. And I started remembering that, and then, because I could hear him, when I know I heard him, I thought maybe he was lying at first, but I could, and he was running. I thought maybe he was fucking around, I don't know. But I kind of got scared. So I walked to the front and I couldn't see behind, so I came back, I got in the car and I drove around all the way to the back alley looking for him the first time. I couldn't find him.
We just heard Ms. Lang say she threw the gun to the tree. Did she give you any more specifics about the tree?
Yes, it was a tree that was directly by their door to their house.
Did she tell you that, or she tell you the tree?
She said the tree, but when she was pointing at the paper, it was directly in front of one of their doors.
Okay, did you, at this point in time, I can see both yourself and Detective Cruz in here, were you letting canine officers know where to search?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I sat on the porch and I could hear the woman. I went back in the car and they drove all the way around again, and that's where I see him laying there. And I went to him, he was full of blood, he was like, call 911 now, baby, call 911. So I went and called, and I'm on the phone with her. I just heard her being his shirt, do a tag on his leg.
What did you tell the 911 operator?
It's one of the found that there was a guy in the alley that he looks like he was shot. I tried to make it seem like it wasn't me, it was a random person.
Why?
I got scared. Everybody scared. There was a lot of blood, and he was dazed in and out already. I tried to save him.
You were there when the ambulance arrived?
I wasn't there when the ambulance arrived. The officer said we beat, but I think I was there. I think it was.
I want to back up just a minute. When you called K9 to find the gun, do you know if they had already found it?
At the time that we notified, I don't know if they had found it.
Okay.
We just notified everyone on scene where the gun was thrown.
Okay, thank you.
Because I told her, and I remember before I walked away, I kept asking the officers if he was breathing, and they said, yeah, and I said, yeah. But when I got there, because you could see him pumping his heart. Was he breathing? And I said, no. You shot him. You walked in front of the house, correct? Yeah. Did you say anything? Say anything to them? Did you say anything out loud? I said, where are you going? Where are you at? Did you really get hit? I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything.
That's what you said.
Yeah. And that's when I got out of the car. That's when I got out of the car and I started looking for him.
You got in the car, was it before or after you see the gun?
When I got into the car, I knew the gun as soon as I walked into the front of it. Because in case anybody were to come, the police were going to come because of the name. That's why I threw it. I didn't think I didn't know what to hide because he said it after the fact. This was before anything. I threw it because I didn't, in case the police came from here and had all that shot. out because it was right there and you can hear it right there. With a duplex and 2 sides. After that, I threw it and I started to look for him. The first time, he must have still been cutting through the yards. I couldn't find him.
Once you got to him when he was on the ground and you found him, was he on the ground? Was he still running on the ground?
He was on the ground already.
Okay.
I pulled up to him again.
Okay. And once he's on the ground, did you take anything from him?
I know I tried to initially take his belt off. So I started taking stuff out of his pocket, his phone and stuff out of his pocket, so I could take the belt. I tried to see where exactly it was because he had the phone covering up. I couldn't find where it was at. So I took out his phone. I think he had like some money in his suit, it was all full of blood, and I put it in. I know I threw it in my car after the police came. But that's when I was saying I'm gonna take the belt off. So I went and just heard to show up and did it.
So you put stuff in your car?
In the rental, yeah, the police came.
What else did you put in the car?
It was just his phone and it was like maybe like a bloody $10 or something like that. I just needed to get his phone out of the way so I could find it. I guess his phone was literally right there where the wound was, so I couldn't get it. His belt was too tight, it was over the phone. So I took the phone out of the pocket trying to get the belt off. And then it happened.
Are you sure that he had a belt?
Yeah, he has a belt, yeah. Because he was holding the phone down. He had a belt.
What if I tell you he didn't have a belt?
He has a belt. Unless he has a belt. Because someone was holding the phone, unless the pants were just that tight. He has a belt because something was holding the phone tight as hell.
Do you physically remember seeing a belt?
Now you're saying, oh my God, I can't remember. But even earlier in the day, I gave him the belt and everything, so he has to let it on. If not, so either the legs were tight, I don't know. But
So you put his money and his phone, you put it in the car.
yeah, he still has stuff in his pockets and other pockets and stuff too.
At what point did you put all that in the car, before or after the cops arrived?
This is the cops' mom.
They were there already though?
The cops were there, and that's when I started screaming because the guy said that he was breathing. So that way my car was on the whole time. The car was on, so that officer came and he tried to just me to walk back to the house. Come, like he should calm me down. So I went, I put the stuff in the seat of the car, I turned the car off, and I got the keys and I went with the officer. But he still had other stuff in his pockets too. I don't know what the hell it was. But my only concern was really to move the phone out of the way. What? To find out to see where I couldn't see a bullet from anywhere. It had to have been where the phone was.
What was the phone?
The phone was like right here, like on his pockets. In the pockets, but it was so tight. It was tight in his pants, like I literally had to dig it out to get it out of the way. And that's where I seen where the wound was. And maybe I was looking for it to see if he had a belt on. Maybe. But it ended up being his shirt that I ripped off at the end. I ripped his shirt off, and then that's when I tied it around his leg trying to stop the bleeding. So we were shot at the investigator.
Okay, you're saying that you shot him by, where was it, on this side, or the porch?
My back porch is right here.
Okay, and this is the front.
Yeah, right here should be where it's at. This is the front, this is the back, this is the neighbor's side. This is where the white car is. It should be like right here. On the edge of the property, on the edge of the house.
Everywhere here, this is the street.
Yeah.
So this is the street. When we come in, there's a tree here, right? Is that the tree? Where the gun was thrown? Okay. You shot him on this side of the house then?
No.
You didn't shoot him on this side of the house?
No.
Okay. And after you shoot him, what way do you walk?
Because he was running around saying he's gonna go to the front door.
So you go that way? And then after you go that way, where do you continue to walk?
After I'm right here, and I shoot him, he runs this way, so I'm walking this way. So now, but I see people from one side. I see that he kind of stayed and he ran towards the front part of the neighbor's porch and started running through there.
Where are your cameras sitting at?
My cameras are right here, facing the street.
Okay. I need to go to the bathroom, and then I'll be right back, okay? Is that okay? Do you want anything? I'm off. Okay. Where did this pistol get hurt?
Man, I'm working off.
Okay, so just to clarify this, so this is the street, this is 14th Street, right? This is the neighbor's house, and there's this in between, and this is your house, right? Okay, and you're telling me that the shooting did not occur in between here? Okay, what did I tell you that you're lying right now?
Serial shit.
I'm gonna shoot?
I know where I was.
Okay, that's nice. What did I tell you that I have somebody that told me shooting happened? No?
Detective, a moment ago, we heard Ms. Lincoln say that she had to remove some items because the defendant's pants were so tight. Permission to publish states 12. I want to show you what is in evidence as states composite 12, which is 7 of 15. You just take a look at the shorts in that photograph. What kind of shorts do those appear to be?
Basketball shorts?
And would you agree with me that basketball shorts are not so tight fitting?
Yes.
Same.
What did I tell you that I have you on camera?
Okay.
Okay, and I'll quote exactly what you say on camera. So you know that I'm not bullshitting. Or that I'm not bullshit, as you said. Okay, I never hit an artery, you'll be fine. That was 10 minutes prior to you calling the police. And you're walking with a gun in your hand. You walk towards back to inside your house. You walk back out with the gun still in your hand again. Then you walk by the tree.
I shot him right here. I shot him.
I'd say yes. What about that comment that you made?
I don't even remember saying that. Honestly. I don't even remember him saying anything at all. No, he didn't say anything. You said that. He didn't say anything. You're right about that. He said I might have been a robbery and I said you would be fine. I don't even remember saying that at all. No, you said that.
You said it.
You said that. Okay, he didn't say anything. You said, I might have been an artery, you'll be fine. You said that, and it's on camera. And you're wrong with a gun in your hand.
Okay.
Okay? Listen, I'm not here to play games.
No,
Okay, listen, I don't need to sit here and listen to lies. I don't, because quite frankly, there's a lot already that's telling you what he did. You think that I'm in here full of shit? You think that I'm in here bullshitting you? I'm telling you right now that I'm not. Okay?
yeah, I was angry.
Okay? You didn't shoot him and drop the gun right away. That doesn't happen. Because you're facing with the gun still in your hand. Okay? You move your car. You go around to find him.
Did I still have the gun when I got in my car?
You tell me. I should have to tell you what you did. You should be able to tell me what you did without lying.
There's bits and pieces in one. I don't even remember saying that. I don't remember saying that at all. But I know that I shot him right here. And he was right here, and that's when he went that way. I know exactly where he was. I didn't shoot him in the house. How far away were you from him when you shot him? If you look at him, he was about right here, about in the corner. And I'm right here. So you were standing on the opposite side of the house when you fired? And was he near anything? There's nothing right there, like, except for chairs, maybe another tree that were kind of behind him. Well, he was by a tree? There's another, like, bush. There's like right here. There's a tree with a bush and a tree kind of thing. It was like maybe the something that was next to him. That would have been next to him, at least. Because I know it was right here.
Okay, so he's trying to get away from you at this point then.
He's trying to run the house to let me out.
Okay. At this point where you're standing with the gun, aiming at him, as he's running away from you,
No, I'm not aiming at him.
where are you aiming the gun at?
His gun was just in my hand.
Okay.
It was down, and then once he said, "Oh, you're gonna sleep outside tonight, bitch," that's when I literally just lifted it up and I just cocked it and I shot it. It was already cocked and everything. I shot it.
And he's running or walking away from you.
He was running into the house. He was trying to run into the house. He's not running away from me. He was running into the house to lock me out.
Okay, did you physically see him run inside the house?
No.
Okay, you're telling me this, right? You're here. He's here, right?
I'm not here to run the house.
Okay, and he's here.
Yeah.
Where is your front? Where is your front door?
The front door is right here.
Okay, from here to here, he's running away from you.
He's running into the house.
The door is here.
Yeah, it's in the house.
Okay, so let's,
I know what the fuck this guy was doing. I know exactly what he was doing.
alright, so,
Today he was doing something else. He wasn't. I know exactly what the fuck he was doing. What he told me he was doing, where he was going, and exactly what he was gonna do. When he was gonna go outside as many times as I have, and when you see the shit that he's done to me, and the shit that I've gone through, that I know he's capable of doing, I know exactly what the fuck he was gonna do. Exactly what he said he was gonna do. He was not running away from it.
you come this way. After you shoot him, and you walk around this way,
you do when you come back this, when you come this way? Before you walk back over here to the gun? Did you go back inside the house?
I don't remember. I don't even remember. I could have sworn from what I can recall that I went this way. I thought I took the gun as soon as I did it.
You didn't.
And I walked onto the sidewalk and I started calling out and telling him too that I was taken to the hospital by him. That should be on camera too. So I couldn't find him. The first time I went and drove around, I didn't see him. That's when I came back, I parked the car, and I think I sat on the stairs and I could hear the window. So I got back in the car and drove back around here.
How long would that take you to get back in the moment?
The car literally right, it was not even a minute, 2 minutes behind each other. When I got back in the car, I went to the window right down.
So we'll just go back. So you fire, right? You get in the car, you search, you stop, you get back in the second time. How long do you think that was?
Between the two, the time,
Yeah. From the moment that you first fired.
I'm gonna say when I found him, maybe? When I fired is when I found him?
Yeah.
I'll say 5 or 6 times. Maybe. 5 or 6 times. It wasn't long after at all.
After you fired, did you notice that he was bleeding?
No, at all. I heard him like kind of, it wasn't even a scream, it was like, ah! It wasn't a scream like how you normally hear a scream, no. So I thought he was fucking around at first. But I wasn't sure if I hit him or not. But when I saw him laying there, no blood everywhere, I thought maybe his arm, somewhere, maybe at the bottom of his leg or something.
Do you know where you were shot? Did you hear the scene where you were shot?
Yeah, when I did the turn around.
Where? What's the shot?
I was on the right on his side. His upper side.
When you got back, point on your leg where you got shot.
I really hear it. Am I wrong?
It was lower. That's what, that's why I was a little confused when you said about the phone thing, because it wasn't my word, it was phone word thing.
His side is kind of. It was laying on the floor. Well, but maybe his parents were turned sideways. I don't know what to tell you. Because the phone was over, it was definitely over, it was over the little. And, I don't know, it was so little, if I'm not mistaken, it was right here. Like, you know, I thought it would have been somewhere else, maybe to the grave, maybe some flesh wound or something. When I saw him laying there, I didn't think at all that that's what it was.
At any point, did you try to put the gun inside the house?
I don't think so. No.
So, at what point did you know that you did it? That you actually shot him? At what point?
I saw him there.
When you saw him? So, why, if you're telling me that you knew you hit him when he was on the floor, then why did you say what you said on camera about hitting his artery? And then you were lying.
Some shit that I don't think that he actually did.
So you were just talking shit when you said that?
Yeah, I didn't really think I hit him at all.
So you remember saying that?
No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? If I did, I'd talk shit. I was mad as fuck. Okay, you already fucking turned the shit out of me in the back of the house again. Locked me out of my fucking house. My kids are asleep. I'm tired of this shit. I was mad as fuck. I'm not saying I didn't say it, I probably did. But it wasn't literally intentional. I really didn't think I hit him at all. I really fucking didn't think I hit him at all. Until I saw him laying there.
I love when anything really was thought of. I could, those little flying feet was.
We're gonna step out, be right back. If he is, come on in the door, okay?
Detective, was anybody ever arrested for the murder of Pedro Jimenez?
Yes.
Who?
Daisy Link.
Do you see Daisy Link in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you please identify her by what she is wearing in the courtroom?
Yes, she's wearing. I can't
If she is in the courtroom.
She is. I can't.
And if you can stand up.
Floral top.
Can you please be a little more descriptive?
Black, long hair, floral top, tattoo on her right eyebrow.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant. I have no further questions.
So anybody needs a break, let them out, otherwise it's examination. Nobody needs a break, okay. All right, Mr. Tomasik.
Just a warning to. No. So, Detective, a little while ago, before we played the interview, if you recall, the state played a couple of videos for you with a similar angle. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
Does this appear to be a video from the same camera that you saw those two videos a little while ago?
Yes, sir.
And you remember the individuals you saw in that video?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and play. See that man running from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen?
Yes, sir.
Does that appear to be the same man that you saw in the videos that were played?
Witness testifying to the evidence that speaks for itself.
Does that appear to be the same man that was in the videos that you saw earlier?
Yes, sir.
That woman on the right side who just opened that car door, does that appear to be the same woman that you saw in the videos we saw earlier?
Yes, sir.
Before she came on screen, did it seem to you like she was yelling something at the man who just ran across the screen?
Yes.
So, hold on. there may be more questions about this detective and her investigation as it relates to evidence she obtained, and it might be questions regarding this video. But conclusions as to what is in the video and what is said in the video is up to the jury. So in other words, opinions of witnesses as they testify about what is, what isn't, what is said, what isn't said in the video, that is going to be related to this witness, to the sufficiency of her investigation. But ultimately, you all will decide your opinions as to what the evidence has shown and what the evidence has not shown. So with that limitation, we're going to continue with this detective's testimony, but please view her testimony from this limitation instruction. If someone doesn't understand it, let me know. Yeah.
So to read a transcript.
There isn't one available. I know it's long. What was your last name again?
It's more about being clear about what was being said so we can be objective.
Understood. So I can tell you this, it's in evidence, and I know it's long, but you all can take as long as you want to review it, to amplify it, to put it closer to you, things of that nature. So it is available to you at the time that you do it. Okay? I wish I had a transcript. There isn't anything written. But even at the end of the day, let's say the transcript, you all think there's an error in the transcript. There isn't anything written. But even at the end of the day, let's say the transcript, you all think there's an error in the transcript. The evidence is what's in the video, not necessarily the transcript. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. Like, isn't there like some kind of app that would make transcript like chat?
So
something.
So right now, there isn't one available. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Stop it there. So apparently, based on your observation of that, there was some type of interaction, voices were raised, things of that nature, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, would you agree that this video that we just observed had to have happened prior to the video where you hear a shot, correct?
Considering the victim was in it, yes.
And would you agree that the car that's there on the right side of the screen was in a different position at the time that the shooting occurred, correct?
Yes.
It was facing the opposite way, correct? Car?
I don't recall.
This is moments before the gunshot, correct?
Yes.
Now that we're looking at this video, would you agree that the car is facing the opposite direction?
Yes.
Based on the video I showed you before, had you seen that video before during the course of your investigation?
No.
So the video I just showed you where the car is facing the opposite direction, where Mr. Jimenez is running around, you've never seen that video before?
What I can recall, off the top of my head, I remember all the videos. I reviewed multiple videos during the course of the investigation.
Okay. During the course of the investigation, did it ever occur to you, or did you see anything that would corroborate Ms. Link's notion that Pedro Jimenez was running back and forth outside the house and would not leave after being told to leave?
Okay. Sorry. So say the question again one more time. It was very long.
During the course of your investigation,
Okay.
did you see anything that would corroborate the notion that Pedro Jimenez was running around, loitering, stalking outside the house, refusing to leave, and he did that for and he did so for a lengthy period of time before the ultimate confrontation where a shot was fired?
Oh yes, that particular video, he's running away from the residence.
Okay. So he's running around. Obviously, at some point he came back.
Yes.
And right before the shooting, you heard him screaming there, right?
Yes.
Now we know that when rescue arrived, there was a tourniquet on Mr. Jimenez's leg, correct?
Yes.
And Daisy Link put that tourniquet on his leg, correct?
Yes.
She's also the person who called 911, correct?
Yes.
Now, we just heard her say that she didn't know that he had been shot when we were listening to her statement a few moments ago, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So she didn't know that he had been shot at the moment he was shot, and she ultimately discovered him and called 911 roughly, what, 10 minutes later?
Yes.
So if she didn't know that he had been shot, is it consistent with her finding him about 10 minutes later? Is that consistent?
Yes.
Okay. So in other words, there's nothing to indicate that she purposely waited 10 minutes. I mean,
Based on your investigation.
there's nothing to indicate that she purposely waited to call 911, correct?
Correct.
As far as we know, she called 911 as soon as she realized what was happening, that he was shot, right?
Yes.
And she took measures to try and help him by putting a tourniquet on his leg, correct?
Yes.
Now, you testified earlier that when she was transported to your headquarters, she was not a suspect, but she was an important witness. Did I get that correct?
Yes.
Who transported her?
A patrol officer.
Do you know which one?
I do not.
When somebody is not a suspect, what is the procedure as far as transporting them to headquarters? Are you supposed to put them in handcuffs? Are you supposed to, what's the procedure?
If they're being transported in a patrol vehicle, it's a marked patrol vehicle, yes. Procedure is they need to be handcuffed.
Why is it? If they're not a suspect, why is that?
Safety reasons for officers. Anyone riding in the rear seat of a police vehicle needs to be handcuffed, whether you're under arrest or not.
So it's a safety measure specifically outlined for transport. Is that correct?
Inside a patrol vehicle, yes.
Okay. So what is the actual procedure? Are you supposed to put the handcuffs on right before they get in the car, or how does it work?
Prior to putting them inside the vehicle, yes, you handcuff them and then you place them inside the vehicle.
But there's no procedure that mandates that they need to be handcuffed for any period of time prior to the transport or after the transport, correct?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. So am I correct that it would be proper procedure to only, because she was not a suspect at the time, to only place her in cuffs for the transportation, and that's it? The cuffs can be removed once the transportation has been completed,
yes.
Correct? Okay. So As far as you know, was she not in cuffs prior to the car ride and after the car ride?
By the time I arrived on scene, she was already inside a patrol vehicle. I don't know what happened prior to that.
Okay. If she had been held in handcuffs prior to being in the patrol vehicle for an extended amount of time, would that have been incorrect procedure, as far as you know?
I don't know what occurred prior to me arriving. When I arrived, she was already inside a patrol vehicle.
I understand that you weren't there, so I'm
Okay.
not asking you to speculate on what happened. What I'm asking you is, given that you're familiar with the procedure, would it have been incorrect procedure to place her in cuffs and hold her for an extended period of time when she wasn't being transported?
Depends on the circumstances.
Okay, so procedurally, what would be a circumstance where you would handcuff somebody who is not a suspect, who's not being transported?
If somebody is combative and is posing some kind of threat to themselves or others, or acting in a threatening manner, then yes, so they will be placed in handcuffs.
Okay. As far as you know, did Miss Link pose any type of threat to any law enforcement officers who were there before she was transported?
When I arrived on scene, she was inside a patrol vehicle.
Okay, so you don't have any information. You're not aware of anything that she did which would have justified her being placed in handcuffs for an extended period of time prior to the transport, correct?
Correct.
Before you conducted the interview, what other members of law enforcement had interaction with Miss Link, if you can recall?
Aside from myself and Joseph Cruz, I do not know.
Was there ever a domestic violence detective, female detective, who...
What's the question?
The question was there a female domestic violence detective who interacted with Miss Link while she was fingerprinted and before she gave her statement?
Oh, you can answer.
A female domestic violence detective? No.
There wasn't.
No.
Just when you're asking those questions.
So I just want to be clear. At the station, other than yourself and Detective Cruz, nobody else interacted with Miss Link?
You're referring to the female that comes up on the interview. So, there was another female homicide detective that assisted me taking her to the bathroom whenever she needed to go to the bathroom.
Just for the bathroom? What about during fingerprinting?
And she came down with me to fingerprinting as
A
well.
female homicide detective?
Yes.
What is her name?
Detective Angel Wilson.
Angel Wilson? And were you present for all the interactions?
Same objection, Judge.
Oh,
Were you present for all the interactions that occurred between Detective Wilson and Daisy Link?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
Now, based on the investigation that you conducted here, isn't it true that when Mr. Jimenez first arrived at Daisy Link's home earlier in the evening before the morning of the shooting, there were other family members of Daisy Link's at the home as well?
Yes.
Her mother was there, right?
Yes.
And were other people there too?
Her children?
And her children. Are you aware of anybody else who was there?
No.
Okay. At some point, the mother left.
Yes.
And when the shooting happened, nobody else was there other than the children, correct?
Correct.
And the children were inside the house sleeping
Yes.
when all this was happening.
Yes.
Now, you were asked at some point, and I know this was a while ago, but you were asked at some point about whether or not you're allowed to use your personal cell phone to record something that you deem is of evidentiary value. Do you remember that question?
Yes.
And do you remember what your answer was?
Yes, that I am not.
You're not permitted to do that?
Correct.
Do procedures account for a situation when a detective such as yourself deems it necessary or important to record something? I mean, what are you supposed to do when you're in that situation?
We are not allowed to use our personal cell phones for that.
Okay, so what are you supposed to do? Are you issued another phone?
Some individuals are.
Who's issued a department phone?
There are certain detectives that are issued. It depends how many phones they have available, if they have even phones available.
Are those smartphones?
Yes.
And typically are those phones used to make recordings?
Overruled, this was explored in direct examination.
Take pictures for evidentiary purposes, things of that nature?
Yes.
So you, for whatever, do you know why it was that you weren't issued one of these phones?
I don't know. Don't have one though.
Okay. How many other detectives were working on this case? I know it was Detective Morales was one, right?
Yes.
Detective, who's the other one?
Detective Siapa Hubbard and Detective Joseph Cruz.
Okay, so 3 other detectives.
Yes.
Were any of them issued phones?
To my knowledge, no.
To your knowledge, no? Okay. Is there a procedure lined out for what you're supposed to do when there's evidence that should be collected, which you could collect with a personal phone, but since you don't have one, what are you supposed to do in that situation?
There's nothing written in stone for that one. There's no procedure.
Well, what would happen if you just took your phone out, collected this important evidence, and then sent it to evidence? What would happen?
Speculation.
Overruled, this was explored in direct examination. You can answer.
What would happen?
If I were to take my personal phone and record
collected evidence, and then you turned it over to evidence.
Depends on the circumstance. Sometimes they want to subpoena our phones, our personal phones. So that's the biggest reason why we don't use our personal phones, is so our personal information does not get subpoenaed along with evidence.
Okay. So it does happen. It has happened.
It has happened to certain individuals, yes.
So is it fair to say that if a need arises, you could use a phone to collect evidence if there's no other way to do it, correct?
Yes.
How long was Daisy Link in that room for? The room that she was giving that interview?
Approximately 11 hours, I believe it was.
11 hours. The shooting happened at 3-something in the morning, right?
Yes.
How long after the shooting was it that she arrived to the room?
Well, I didn't arrive till approximately 4:20-ish. So by the time we got to the office, I would say approximately 7:30 in the morning, so I would have to refer to my report to give you the exact time that she arrived at that office.
So around what time does the 11-hour stretch start?
From the moment we turn on the video room and place her in the room.
So like at 4-something in the morning?
No. At 4 in the morning? She wasn't in the room at 4 in the morning.
Okay, when was she in the room?
It was, like I said, can I refer to my report to give you the exact time that I put her in there?
Fine with me.
At 9:20 a.m., she was placed in the interview room.
So the 11-hour stretch starts at that point?
Yes.
All right. So the night before this man arrives, at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sit down.
I'm
If you want to
objections.
object, you can stand up, or you have permission to report to object while seated. I will give as much flexibility as you want to be comfortable. Thank you.
So I understand. This man arrives at her home the night before. At 3 o'clock in the morning, this shooting happens.
Objection, counsel testifying.
Oh, that is what cross-examination is. Thank you. Please have seats. Please have seats. Thank you.
Shooting happens at 3-something in the morning. She's taken to to police headquarters, is handcuffed, she's placed in the room, and then beginning at what time was it again?
9:20 a.m.
9:20 a.m., some 6-something hours after the
No question pending.
Right, because I haven't heard of the end of it.
Because counsel's testifying.
He's re-asking. I'm sorry, over here, folks. I'm in the middle of court. Thank you.
So some 6 hours after the shooting, Ms. Link begins an 11-hour stretch of questioning. Is that correct?
It wasn't 11 hours of questioning. She was in the room for 11 hours.
She was in the room for 11 hours.
Yes.
So what time did she finish? What time is it over?
Can I refer to my report like no when she was transported?
Please.
So approximately 6:20 p.m.
So she wasn't done until roughly, well, I'm not going to ask you how long she went without sleeping, but pretty much almost an entire day this whole thing was going on, correct?
Yes.
Now, the gun that was eventually found, it was found after she told you what she did with it, correct?
Yes.
It hadn't been found prior to her giving you that information, correct?
No.
Just a moment. You were asked about whether a casing was found. Remember that?
Yes.
And it's my understanding you said a casing was not found?
To my knowledge, there was no casing found.
Well, the gun hadn't been found, but then she gave you information, and then with that information, you were able to find the gun, correct?
Yes.
You asked her about the casing. She said she didn't know where it was, correct?
Yes.
To your knowledge, police arrived on scene. Ms. Link was rendering aid to Mr. Jimenez, correct?
Yes.
And from that point on, until the point when she was done sitting in that room for 11 hours, later that night, police officers had eyes on her, correct?
Yes.
So, are you aware of any other police officer who during all those hours saw her do anything with any shell casing or anything of that nature?
No.
Is there any evidence, any indication, anything that you can point to that would support the notion that she disposed of, hid, or did anything with any shell casing?
No.
Right, thank you. That's all I have.
Detective, I want to talk about posing threats for a moment. Would throwing a chair at a detective investigating a homicide scene be a threat to that officer?
Yes.
No. He's gonna ask another question. Call
Sure.
for a legal conclusion, ask another question.
Judge, can we go sidebar?
No, we cannot. You can ask another question. Thank you.
Do you know if the defendant threw a chair at Detective Danny Morales?
No.
If there is evidence to collect on scene, are there certain officers, for example, CSI officer, if a casing is on scene or firearm is on scene, that is the person who would be responsible for actually collecting evidence?
Yes.
And so if there is evidence on scene, you yourself are not going to collect it, a specific officer will collect it. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, for example, if there is specific video that needs to be collected, are you going to call a specific officer?
Yes.
Are you aware during the period of time that the defendant was in custody if she was allowed to sleep?
Yes.
Did she sleep?
Yes.
Again, did you offer her any kind of accommodations?
Yes, food and water.
The defendant told you that she didn't know where the casing was, right?
Yes.
Are you aware if the defendant was being completely honest with officers?
Objection, made prosecutor.
Sustained.
Are you aware if the defendant had lied to officers?
Objection, same objection.
Sustained.
Did the defendant lie to you?
Objection, same objection.
It's the same one on the sidewalk.
Saw earlier, we saw a woman say, "It's not like I hit a major artery, you'll be fine. Do you want to take me to the, you want me to take you to the hospital?" No? Okay. Did you confront the defendant with that statement?
Yes.
Did she deny making that statement?
Yes.
Did her story change about that statement?
Yes.
Earlier, you were asked on cross-examination about the gun that was found. Did you personally know what time the gun was found?
No.
Do you know if officers had found it before personally?
I don't know exactly when they found it.
Okay. Are you aware of any evidence of the defendant retrieving a firearm prior to what she told you?
No.
Now playing a portion of state 16. We just played a short portion of this video. This woman, did it appear like she was holding anything?
It looks like there's something in her hand.
Do you... To the best of your knowledge, is that consistent with anything?
Objection calls for speculation.
It's the same.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Alright, is there anything further state?
No, Your Honor.
We're done for the day. I know it's been a long day. We're gonna resume again on Monday, Tuesday. We're off on Monday. Tuesday, same time frame, 10:30 to 5:30. Roberto will tell you where to meet him, probably the third floor. Please don't do any research about the space. Talking about the space, please don't allow anyone to talk about the space. If anyone becomes aware of the violations of these rules, please inform me and I will obey. If you all need to use the restroom, use the room, go for it. Roberto will wait for you. Okay? If you feel more comfortable just leaving with him now and then using the restroom that are on the third floor, another floor, he'll wait for you all. It's still light out, so but if you need any other help getting to your cars, let me know. Okay? So.
All rise for the jury.
You'll take possession of your rights that you have in your hands.
This is gonna be Thursday or Friday? This next Thursday or Friday?
That
Need to know
we're
for work.
ending. The plan is, please plan for the end of Friday. Okay? If that changes, the lawyer's not open. Is there anything anyone wants to bring up?
The state did file, I know that the plan was to rest today, obviously we're 5:33, the state did file a motion for reconsideration, a copy of it was furnished to defense counsel as well.
Of what?
The reconsideration of the court's not allowing us to publish a portion of the jail call video.
And what would that go to? Remind me again what that goes to.
It would go directly to the defendant's state of mind, directly to the defendant's intent, as well as element 3, the defendant's depraved mind, and also her specific guilt.
Okay, you filed it?
We did.
Send me a courtesy copy with Mr. Tomas, and then,
Mr. Tomas has a copy, but I can also send another copy to the court.
So we'll meet again on Tuesday at 10 a.m. and we can have an argument on that. If I deny it, you all will rest, right? All right. And Mr. Tomas, it looks like we need to be ready to go on Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's say I grant their request. It was a short interview.
It's maybe 30 seconds.
So, in what witness would you bring this through?
Detective Norris.
All right, so just have her on standby for Tuesday. Regardless, if you all want to put on a defense, please plan for that for Tuesday. The jury, regarding the post-Miranda statement, the jury instruction still allows the jury to make a finding that a statement was knowingly, voluntarily, and independently made, something along those lines, right?
If you find that it wasn't voluntary, you should disregard it. That's
right. But as a professional courtesy, I'm going to say this in front of the thing. Let us know if you all are going to contest it, because I allowed some leeway because the jury instructions allows them to consider it anyway and look at it. I'm sorry, the jury instructions allows them to look at the post-Miranda statement through that lens anyway. And even though we know we're not contesting it, they can still consider that for what it's worth it. But I was a little taken aback with the challenges, and I allowed it. The state went back in and asked questions pertinent regarding, yes, it was it was an 11-hour stay, but she slept, things of that nature. She was fed, things of that nature. So just if you're going to contest it, please let me know, so that we can plan accordingly. Okay, is there anything else that I need to bring up? All right, thank you all. Have a good weekend, long weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
I just pulled this out.
Yeah, just pulled out. If anything is
fine. Yes, thank you. I didn't mean to get upset earlier, but
the CD that is showing me.
especially about jury, you're supposed to be concentrating on the evidence, right? Yeah, please do. Thank you. All right,
Oh, hey, don't